In a world where a certain company keeps making weird decisions about giant robots that transform into vehicles, a certain YouTuber is trying to expose the masses of the bizarre things this company has done. This is his story. Transformers is a franchise about giant robots, so naturally, Hasbro thinks it's completely okay and completely logical to give Transformers human body parts. It's the most PG-13 way I can say it. Now, in this video, I'm gonna be talking about the many bizarre times Hasbro has added human body parts to Transformers. And I don't mean like they took the arm of a human and put it on a Transformer. I mean they gave a Transformer a certain human quality, or the appearance of having a human quality that it's probably not the most appropriate thing to put on a franchise that's meant to appeal to little kids. So while in this video you're not going to be seeing anything rated R, I do recommend certain discretion because I do know that there are certain parents that watch my videos. And before I say anything else, I want to say hi, I'm honored that you're watching me. 2, don't worry, I'm not gonna show anything too graphic. Like, this is the most graphic you're gonna get. No, I'm being serious, this is the most graphic you're gonna get. And this video is just poking fun at the many weird screw-ups that Hasbro has done over the years. Now, there's no way I can cover all of them, but I'll do my best to cover most of them. Or at least some of the most famous ones. So much like in the Airachnid video or the Cannibal Megatron video, in this episode of the Bizarre Side of Transformers, we're looking back at some of the most questionable moments in Transformer history and making fun of them. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this educational trip through Transformers biology. Alright, so first we got this one. This is a famous one. I wonder what the people behind this Transformers episode were thinking. They were like, hey Jim, would it be crazy cool if we give a Transformers, if we get the Transformer with the hook, we place the hook in his crotch to make it look like he has an erection? Dude, I think that's totally inappropriate for kids. Oh no, kids are dumb. They're not gonna understand it. Well, when you put it that way, sure, why not? I had nothing to do right now and I'm pretty bored. Cool. That was probably the thought process behind this. Strangely enough, this is not the last time that Hasbro or the people working on a Transformers product will pull off something like this. The movies will also do the same thing with this kitchen bot. I don't know what his name is, but yeah. Michael Bay, why did you do this? Like, who saw this? I wonder if Hasbro had, any kind of close involvement with the movie. They were like closely watching a Michael Bay, or they simply didn't care. I mean, who saw this in a movie sort of aimed towards kids and said, good job, put in movie? Next up, we got the very famous and very quotable quote from Transformers Revenge of the Fallen. I am directly below the enemy scrotum! Like, oh my god, Michael Bay, why do you do this? Even when I was a little kid, back then when I didn't question whether the movies were good or bad, I remember this scene always made me go like, why? Why would you do that? Like, it's so weird. And it's still weird today. But yeah, this scene has been ridiculed, mocked, and used as an example by tons of non-movie fans as to why the movies suck. And to be fair, they're not entirely wrong. Before we leave the Bayverse, let's talk about some other questionable things that can be found in the movies. Well, we got the fact that Grinder got killed by basically being shot in the crotch. We got Alice and her weird hentai tentacle tongue thing. Oh my god, it creeps me out just thinking about it. Can we move on? Wait. So Alice has an organic tongue, and she can replicate a human perfectly. Is this subtly implying that her... Oh my god, Michael Bay, why? I'm starting to think that Michael Bay could probably be a sexual deviant in disguise. Going back to the toys for a second, I wonder if any of the people who were, designing the Transformers toys ever sat down and looked at their own creations and went like, that looks a little weird, man, like... maybe we should do something about it. Nah, the kids are stupid. They're not gonna know. Oh, it looks like is this like the Beast Wars version of the kitchen bot? Oh no, wait. Double dealer over here made it into the movies in the form of Kitchen Bot. It all makes sense, guys. It's all connected. Oh my god, really? Hey, but the Americans are not the only ones making the weird decisions. So, I'm gonna read to you this description of Mega Empress from the Transformers Wiki and try to tell me if you can find anything weird or that you might not want to add to a toy that's sort of marketed towards kids. Created out of spare parts from Megatron's construction. Okay! Mega Empress leads the female Decepticons as the self-proclaimed Empress of Destruction. She has a special team of vassals, the 4 guards, to serve as her ever-present bodyguards. She's still a force to be reckoned with. Tough, as her power is comparable to Megatron's own, and she can use her rail fusion cannon and Judge Pickle weapons to wreak destruction across the land. She has this quote-unquote secret power to seduce any male Transformer to do her. I see nothing wrong with that. So her weapon is called the Judge Pickle. Think about that for a second. Maybe it's just me, but whenever I think of the word pickle, all I think about is Chris Chan, and that is not a good thing. Second of all, seduce any male Transformer to do her bidding. Yeah, you know, seduction, cause that's what you want to... What the f*** am I doing here? Okay, so moving on from the weird description, let me show you this image. Yeah, this comes with the Megatronia combiner. Now, while I like Megatronia as in the mold, the design, the colors, when it comes to the individual characters, Japan has this weird sexualization of the female Decepticons, and is that what I think it is? Oh my god, we're so gonna get demonetized! You know what, Japan's freaking weird. Let's move away from them. Let's move on to something else. Something that's not bound to get us demonetized. Actually, let's give Japan a chance. Let's move on to another comic. No, Japan's freaking weird. Let's get out of here. We're gonna get demonetized. Let's go back to G1. You're all probably familiar with this one, but in case you aren't, I'm gonna play a clip of it.
Decepticons, attack! What?
In all fairness to Hasbro, the reason why that toy looked like that wasn't intentional. It was like the only way they could have made him, you know, transform into a gun. Which, I mean, it's a product of its time, you know, it's understandable when you look back and you say, you know, they couldn't make toys like they can do today. So it's, in a way, so ham-way, but it's still freaking weird. So let's move away from the males and move back to the females. Now, Flame War. Flame War is one of those characters that, for whatever reason, Hasbro just keeps sexualizing. Well, I don't know if it's Hasbro or the people that use her in their comics. Because look at this. How is that appropriate for a Transformer? Actually, in what biological way would having a larger chest be beneficial to a species that's made out of metal? For organics, it makes sense, okay? It's part of reproduction and whatever. But how does that work for... Actually, you know what? Maybe it's fair enough not asking, and better off just saying that this is freaking weird. But I'm serious though. In most of her comic appearances, Flame War is always like the one Decepticon female that's the most... exposed. Let's just call it that. This mostly happens when people use Flame War in comics. When it comes to toys or games or card games, she's not as sexualized, or if at all. It's even more weird in the comics where they make it extremely explicit. They're not even trying to hide it. You can't tell me this wasn't done intentionally. But I'm pretty sure her comic portrayals have contributed to why she has barely appeared in any major releases like movies, series, and stuff like that. She has made a couple appearances in toys and a few comics here and there, but other than that, she's actually a pretty obscure character who doesn't get that much exposure. I wonder why. Well guys, I think for the most part we covered a decent amount of things that probably shouldn't be added to the Transformers anatomy, and why Hasbro or the people associated with the franchise decided that was a good idea in the first place. And for the people who came up with these ideas, they should either be fired or did you have a restraining order on any sort of Transformers production in the near future? Before we go guys, shout out goes to our patrons Maurice Prime, iPulse Fate, Mario Gordon, and Predator King Hunter Plays. That's a bit of a long name. And because they have all donated to my Patreon, they're entitled to a special shout out from me. Thank you guys for donating, it's much appreciated. Make sure to go check out their channels, links in the description down below and in the comments down below. They need all the help they can get. And if you guys want to shout out yourselves, all you gotta do is donate to my Patreon. If you donate to my Patreon, you can get a shout out to your channel. You can request your own videos. You can collab with me in some of my videos if you choose to. And stuff like that. There's plenty of more rewards and I'm thinking of adding a few more rewards as time goes on. So yeah, it's a pretty good deal. Remember, every time you donate, Squeaker doesn't have to pay for the rent. So you're essentially donating to charity. Or at least donating to a good cause. So yeah, there's that too. But keep in mind we don't force anyone. This is entirely optional and your support is much appreciated. Thanks guys. This has probably been the most uncomfortable and most bizarre episode of the Bizarre Side of Transformers series that I've been doing on my channel. I will do more, but it will not be talking about this subject at least for a long time. And if you thought that the movies were the only ones that, you know, make the Transformers act and look weird, well, now your world has been expanded to the universe of G1, Prime, the toys, and the IDW comics, because those guys also do plenty of weird stuff. I do know that there's more weird Japanese comics out there, and I might make that its own separate video. I don't know, I'll have to see. But anyways guys, it's pretty late at night. I've been screaming, talking. My neighbors are probably gonna call the police on me or something. So I'm gonna edit this video in the morning, so yeah. If the views are good for this, I might make part 2 sooner. If not, then I'll take my time and I'll move on to something else when talking about the bizarre side of Transformers. Sounds like a fair deal to me. So yeah, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video. Take care guys.